Hi there, welcome to Sherry's Stamped Treasures. Today I'm going to show you how to create this cute little shaker card. So the stamp set that I used is the Color Me Christmas stamp set, which is available in the 2013 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And I'm going to use this little cute reindeer image. So the first thing that you want to do is stamp your reindeer on some watercolor paper, if you're going to color him in using watercolors. I used black StazOn ink, and then we're going to color him in. Now, I am not an expert in watercoloring at all. I'm going to show you just the basics. So I'm using cherry cobbler here, and if you just squeeze the ink pad just a little bit and then open it up, it transfers ink to the lid, which you can then use to color in. And I'm using one of our aqua painters, which you just unscrew and you can just add tap water into there. Alright, let's put that back on. Alright, so what I'd like to do initially is just take a piece of scrap paper and just run my aqua painter on scrap just to make sure that there's no remaining color from the last time I used it. And then I'm just going to pull the color from here and go in and just color in. Now you can go back, you can see it that the more I use it, the lighter it gets. So you can go back in, pull some more color and add, make it a little darker. You can go back in and add some shading. And if there's too much water coming out, like I noticed that there's quite a bit of water coming, especially for such a small area, you can just use a tissue or a paper towel and just dab off the excess moisture. And then go back in and color it in like that. And so then you would just keep coloring the whole image. I'm not going to do the whole thing because, like I said, I'm not a watercolor expert. There's lots of other videos out there that show you how to do that. Okay, so then you've got your colored in reindeer, and we are going to use these shaker frames. These are also from Stampin' Up! They come with six assortments of circles, and we are going to use the largest ring, put it over top of your reindeer like that, and you'll end up cutting out the bottom portion of his body, but that's okay. As long as we have his head, that's good. And then while this backing is still on, we're going to use some of our silver chunky Stampin' Glitter. And I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. And I don't know, this might be 1/4 teaspoon. It's just however much glitter you want in there. Alright. And then I'm just going to set that aside for just a minute. Here I've got a 3x3 piece of soft suede cardstock, and you can see that I've marked the center of the cardstock. So that makes it easier when you go to take your 1 3/4 inch circle punch. If you see the center, you can use that mark to put it in the center of your punch. So you'll get it relatively centered. May not be perfect, but it'll be close. Alright. So now you've got your window. I've got a 2 3/4 inch square piece of one of our window sheets that I've added mini glue dots to the 4 corners. I'm going to flip that over and add that on there. Just push that down. So now we've got our little window. So I'm going to peel the backing back and then make sure my window sheet side is down. And I'm just going to line this up right over top, just like that. And there we go, we've got our shaker. And I probably could have moved it over just a touch, but that's okay. Alright, so now for the rest of the card, I've got my card base already done. So this is a 4 inch by 8 inch piece of cardstock scored at 4 inches. This is a pattern piece from our Season of Style paper pack, and it is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. The Old Olive is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then this guy is going to go on here. And the way I adhere that is what I've done is on this, I've got a double layer of dimensionals, And you can see I use the ends. It just depends on how it fits, how much space you have in the back. So I've got a double layer there. I'm going to peel off the backing on those ones. And then I'm going to take some Tombow. You can use snail as well, whatever adhesive you prefer, but if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that this is my preference. Put a little bit of adhesive on there. Make sure I've got my reindeer going the right way. And then I'm just going to center him on here. And then push down on the four corners. I've got my Happy Christmas stamped here on a scrap piece of watercolor paper. I'm using cherry cobbler ink. I've flagged the end, and I thought I had a piece of baker's twine here with a bow. Oh, here we go. Here's my finished one. And then there's a piece of baker's twine there tied in a bow. I'll add a dimensional to the back of that. And then stick that on here like so. So super quick and easy card, but it's such a fun card when you add that little bit of shaker in there. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's card. If you want more inspiration, feel free to visit my blog at www.stampedtreasures.com. Thanks for watching.